Hey everybody, it's Dave here, and how's about we open up a hobby box today? I have a hobby box of 2023 Topps Heritage, just came in the mail today, and we're going to rip it. We're going to see what we can find inside. Hopefully a real one, on-card autograph, or something along those lines, maybe a numbered parallel. My fingers are crossed, and we've got some good luck charms up here. But before we get to all that, let me go ahead and move this off camera. I'm going to give away another Ultra Pass. So those of you that are regulars to the channel know how this works, but if you're new, basically what I do is I have a prize pool of cards that I give away. If you win an Ultra Pass, you will get 3 randomized cards that will basically be mailed to you by me, and that is if you are lucky enough to win the Ultra Pass. So I'm going to give away the Ultra Pass for the most recent video. You can see the link right here. And we will go ahead and filter by the password, which for this video was auto, A-U-T-O. We'll go ahead and continue. Just a few comments in this one. We're going to see who wins. And it's going to be Star Sports Cards. I think you've won a couple before, but you're not up to 3, so you are good to go on this one. Really nice pickups, especially the 1/1 graded rookie Barnes auto. Well, thank you. I did like that one. And thank you for continuing to be a supporter of the channel. So if you want to win an Ultra Pass, keep an ear out for what the password will be. I'm going to give it in just a few minutes here, but we're going to start the video first. Let me go ahead and get a little bit of music going just for a little bit of ambiance, because who wants a silent room when you're going and ripping here? Might as well make it a multi-sensory experience. So we've got 2023 Topps Heritage here. And I've got my good luck charms on top. Mr. David Ortiz, the on-card auto, which is a pull that I had out of a 2020 Topps Series 1 Hobby Jumbo box. And the Acuna family here, I decided to bring them out from 2020 Gypsy Queen, just to give a little bit of extra good luck, because Mr. Ortiz has been on a little bit of a cold streak lately. So this is what the box looks like. You can actually see last year's box, part of it back here, and we're going to see what we can find. So let's go ahead and rip right into it. I'll tell you all about Heritage in case you plan to rip it. You're definitely going to see it in a retail format, because Heritage is usually pretty readily available. It's not everybody's cup of tea, and you can always find a little bit in retail. If you've got a Meijer or a Walmart or a Target near you, you can expect to find it on the shelves. This is the hobby format, obviously, but you'll be able to find it in blaster format, hanger format, fat packs, and megas probably will be out, I would imagine, as well. Those usually have special, blue sparkles or the Walmart exclusive, or a red border for the Target exclusive. So let's see what we got. Right off the top, we have a Rafi Devers box topper. That's pretty cool. Rafi Devers. You can get, there's a few different types of box toppers. I think they have buyback cards, and they also have autographed versions, but just a plain Rafi Devers right here. I'll go ahead, you can go ahead right over here, Mr. Rafi Devers, thank you. I actually do have a few box toppers that I have as part of my collection, just above the camera here where I keep my favorite cards. So let's tell you a little bit about Heritage. It's a 500 card set. Heritage is typically pretty popular with set builders because it is a very large set. So you tend to get more of those MLB regulars that are not superstars. So set builders do tend to like Heritage. I remember when I was just getting back into the hobby, I had a very snarky gentleman on Hobby Facebook that I'm no longer a part of, actually, tell me that, Heritage is only for set builders. You shouldn't be trying to chase any cards out of Heritage, which, come on, this is a hobby. You can do whatever you want in it. As long as you're not hurting anybody or lying to anybody, you're having a good time, you can try to chase some cool cards. So I am not a set builder. I will not be trying to put together the whole set. But if you are, you should keep in mind that cards number 401 through 500 are short prints. So those come basically about 1 every 3 packs. Not super duper common. It does make it harder to build the whole set, which I'm sure is why Topps short prints them. By the way, one interesting nuance, you can find the odds on the packs. Topps has been kind of getting away from giving you the odds on the packs, so you can see what it looks like in the hobby format here. Chromes are 1 out of 73 packs, so, probably 1 out of every few hobby boxes is what you're looking at there, and then you get the various chrome refractors and all of that. I'm going to tell you about all the parallels as we rip it. So, if you are ripping this and you want to try to make some money back, keep an eye out for those SPs, because that's a great way to do it. Set collectors typically look for those, and you know, this early after release, this product just came out this week, you can typically make a few bucks for each of those SPs. So, you know, it's not a bad way to do it, especially you're only going to get one hit per box. So any way that you can kind of chip away at making your money back on these, probably not a bad way, unless you're a set builder, in which case you don't really care about the making your money back, investment side of things, so on and so forth. So let's take a look at the design. We have Garrett Hill right off the bat here. You can see kind of that old school design. I should know what year this is, but I will admit I don't. I am ultra modern baseball, not super old, you know, vintage baseball guy. So my apologies for my ignorance on that. Kyle Schwarber in the Phillies cap there. So there are a variety of parallels we're going to keep an eye out for. The black border out of 50, the flip stock out of 5, which you might have seen my video on flip stocks actually, numbered to 5. So that's a cool one to keep an eye out for. And as you're going through, just keep an eye on where the player name is, where the position is, anything weird with the card. You want to take a look on the back. I'm hoping we have a parallel that we can show you. But if we come across a variation, it's going to say in really, really small text right here, right above the Topps logo, if it's a variation. So just something to keep an eye on as you go. As we mentioned, there are chromes, as you see the flashbacks insert here. There are chromes. They are numbered to the base chrome $9.99, the refractor $5.74. There's a silver, a black, a gold, which is a hobby exclusive to 5. I would love to find one of those. And then there are a variety of variations, the black and white variation, the error variation, which this year it's a lot more obvious than it had been in years past. Last year, the error variation was just, there would be a break in the line right here, basically. In the 2022 set, it was really, really hard to spot those error variations. I've seen pictures of them. I think they forget to include the team altogether. Or the player name altogether. So it's a lot more obvious this time around, which is good. Obviously, we want to look for some of the top rookies, such as Adley Rutschman. Here's a Shohei Ohtani. So here's a quick note real quick. If you come across any Angels cards, these are going to look like error variations because they don't have the city name up here. I don't know why they do that. You can see Pittsburgh has it, but maybe because it's Los Angeles of Anaheim, they just didn't fit it or didn't even try. But basically not an error variation. They just don't put the city up there for the Angels. And I'm going to go back and double check and see if we missed anything along the way. Because I'm going to try to keep this moving. I'm notoriously a slow ripper here. I thought this Bobby Witt image here was an odd choice. He's wearing the Jackie Robinson uniform. He's kind of laying down. I remember somebody on Twitter had pulled one of these, and I asked if it was a variation, and it's not. It's just a very weird image choice. I do like how they have the autographs up here, too. That's pretty cool. So Bobby Witt, Ahmed Rosario. You know, I pulled I did rip a box of this last year. It's one of the more affordable hobby boxes that you can go find. And I ripped the box last year and actually did pretty okay with it. Francisco Alvarez, probably one of the better rookies. I'll take a minute to soft sleeve this. And I didn't get any color in my box last year, but what ended up saving it, my hit was a relic. It was a Jose Abreu white napkin relic. This was before I had the channel, so I did not rip it on the channel. But what saved it was I got a Rafael Devers, that guy right there, nickname variation, and that ended up paying for the entire box. Corbin Carroll, probably the best rookie. Him or Adley Rutschman are the best rookie out of this set right here. I would love to end up with a Corbin Carroll variation or refractor out of this, but my one nitpick is it's a pretty boring image, unfortunately. And you do get a little bit of that with Heritage. You know, some of the, I'm not going to stack these up here. I'll put them down here. Some of the images are a little plain, a little boring, and that kind of speaks to that, you know, the fact that it's a set builders kind of product, that kind of thing. New Age Performers, that's an insert. Gunnar Henderson, probably one of the better rookies in here too, as much as he has struggled to start his career. All right, so we are already seeing duplicate correlation. How about that? Hill and Schwarber in this one. Nelson Cruz. Okay, we've got Ronald Acuna. So I'm going to start up a little stars section here too. Bringing out. Okay, well, hey, look at this. We did get a real one auto. So that's going to be our hit in this. And it's a red ink. That's a pretty cool one. It's going to be hand numbered to 74. So Jordan Diaz is our hit. That's a pretty good one, guys. You know, these are not easy hits. In the past, it was something like, I don't know, maybe 3 hobby boxes out of a case would have a real one auto. And so to pull a real one auto red ink that is a rookie is pretty cool. Let's take a quick look and see if I can find the odds on that. This is always a futile exercise, but let's just take a super quick look. Indulge me if you will. Oh boy, you can probably see it clear as day, but I cannot. We're looking for red, special edition dual autographs, triple. Oh, it's hopeless. Look it up on your own time. Red ink autographs, though, pretty rare out of here, so I'm pretty happy with that one. That's a pretty cool one. So we'll keep on going. Hopefully we have some variations that we could point out, something like that. There's former Red Sox player Matt Strom, Ezequiel Tovar, Vinny Pasquantino. I'm just going to try to put aside a lot of the rookies. You know, like most products, a lot of the base rookies don't hold a ton of value. But, you know, I like to put them aside. And as I mentioned, the cards 401 through 500 are all short prints. So you want to go back and just check. You know, I would check every single card to see if you have an image variation or just one of the basic short prints. I also don't know if they numbered the flip stocks on these. So traditionally they had not numbered flip stocks in this product. But I think they did for, was it Heritage Miners? I think they numbered those flip stocks to 10. So, you know, as Fanatics takes over, they're going to change some small things here and there. So there's one. There's one of the short prints. You can see numbered 480. Travis d'Arnaud, and these are often not, you know, star players as part of the short print. Sometimes they are, which makes them a little bit extra valuable, but usually it's just a random player. I'll go through. I'll try to keep this quick. I know I'm really, really slow, and I apologize if I am not going at the pace that you enjoy, but this is kind of just how I tend to approach things. So there's another one, Brendan Rodgers, and that is it for those ones. I'm going to keep these commons down here, and I'll check them later because you never can be too sure. Last thing you want to do is put an image variation into your commons pile and never see it again or find it when it's way too late. So, all right, so we're a quarter of the way through our hobby box, and we have a red ink auto, so that's pretty sweet. I don't know what kind of season Jordan Diaz is having. I remember keeping an eye on him when he was in the minors. I know he's been getting some playing time with Oakland, but Oakland, unfortunately, not a good team. I don't know if you've heard. They are pretty bad. I think their winning percentage is something like under 20%. They have like a 189 winning percentage, something like that. It's really, really not good. So I have not been watching a lot of Oakland Athletics. I've been doing some betting against the Oakland Athletics. I'd recommend that if you are so inclined to gamble on a game. We'll look at that too. We've got a chrome refractor in here too. So that's what you like to see. Like I said, I did not get any color in my box last year, so it's nice to see that we get a little something in here, and hopefully we can add to this and have some more good luck. So here we go. We got Ketel Marte, Eric Hosmer, Dan Vogelback, Jameson Taillon. Awful start to the year so far. Gary Sanchez. Okay, we're gonna put these guys off to the side. Let's see what we got. It is an Oakland. It's an Oakland hobby box. What is okay? Who is Oakland's catcher? I can't even tell you. Shea Langoliers. All right, that's not bad. He was a top prospect coming up. This is obviously a rookie refractor. And look at this. This just happens sometimes right out of the box. You see that little, is it a print line right there or a scratch? Oh, you hate to see it. But anyway, this is going to be number 574 right there. So, hey, Oakland Athletics fans, soon to be Las Vegas Athletics fans, unless you are bailing on the team, which who could blame you? We got some cool hits out of this one already. So, you know, this is kind of the thing with Heritage. It can be a little feast or famine. Some people get hobby boxes with absolutely nothing in them. Some people get the hot boxes, which, you know, have a bunch of purple refractors in them. At least through this first wave of packs here, we're having some good luck. So happy to take that. All right, try to keep it moving a little bit here. Hopefully we get a little bit more luck along the way. There's a Juan Soto. And these are obviously more of a paper-based kind of card here. So you typically will see more surface and, corner issues, edging issues, that kind of thing on the paper base. It's unfortunate when it happens on the chrome base because that card otherwise looks really good. So it's a shame. What's going on around baseball? The White Sox are kind of surging lately, which is interesting. In the AL Central, this guy's having a little bit of a rough year. So we'll see if they can get their way back into it. Tristan Casas, New Age Performers. I think this is his only rookie in this. I don't think he made the base set, if I saw correctly on the checklist, the first checklist that was circulating, which is really disappointing if you're a Red Sox fan and you're looking for a Tristan Casas rookie parallel or something like that out of here. Hopefully, they'll include him in high number, which comes out later in the year. There's Max Scherzer. Almost looks like the kind of card that would be a variation. Just make sure you're doing your due diligence and going back and checking and making sure that you did not miss any of these, as I will do once we get through this little stack here. Aaron Judge special. So we've got the 2021 and 2022 flagship cards. Oh, this is actually just part of the base set. It's not an insert at all. Okay, well, that's an interesting one. Max Meyer, top prospect of the Miami Marlins, Sandy Alcantara. And there's another flash. U.S. switches to year-round daylight savings. I hope you went for this card in your multi-case player break. I hope you went for U.S. switches to year-round daylight savings, and hopefully you pull some crazy parallel of that. It's actually probably not even available as a parallel. I realize that as I say it. All right, go back through. We'll take a look and see if we have any variations or SPs. Again, trying to do this as quick as possible so as not to bore you all to tears. This Francisco Lindor is an SP. Okay, so that's probably a pretty good one to get. And there's a star player for you. Lindor was kind of involved in some controversy because his former teammate Jason Kipnis suggested that he's not a very good leader. And then the Mets promptly started to play better. So, go figure. Did I already go through this stack? I might have. This is what happens when you're disorganized looking at your cards. Appreciate all of you tuning in. So why don't we go ahead and reveal our password for the Ultra Pass here. This is another SP. Password is going to be Heritage. So you know how to spell Heritage. I'm not going to spell it for you. Go ahead and drop a comment. Let us know what you think about Topps Heritage, both the 2023 set and just whether you collect it in general. Like I said, it's a pretty cheap hobby box to rip, which is why I tend to grab one. At least you get the guaranteed hit, and you might get lucky enough to pull a red ink auto, something like that. So let us know what you think about Heritage in the comment. Again, if you want to win an Ultra Pass, you have to be subscribed, like the channel, be a U.S. resident, and use the correct password, which again, for this video is Heritage. And I think we've given away 8 Ultra Passes so far, so... I think this is the 8th one this video will be. So once we get to 10, we'll do the next round of Ultra Pass giveaways, and we'll do that on a live stream. Usually get a few people to tune into that. It's kind of fun. If you can't tune in, you'll still win your cards. We'll just do random numbers to, pick which card you get, that kind of thing. So mixed feelings on Heritage this year. This is a nice hobby box, obviously. I'm not nuts about the base design, which obviously is a throwback to the past. And like I said, it's a bummer that Tristan Casas isn't in there, but the price point is still right. This one I think they tend to go for right around $90 right now, so they're pretty affordable. You can see nothing super obvious pointing out at us here. Statistically speaking, we probably will not see another Chrome, but you never know for sure. Hopefully that we can find something cool in here. What else is going on? My Dynasty team just improved to 5-2. I went and I acquired Yandy Diaz, who has been just an incredible player for the Rays, leading off of that team. I also have this guy on my team, Ezekiel Duran, and I picked up Jarren Duran. So you could say that Duran is going to lead me to a title if that happens this year. I should go pick up the Minnesota reliever, Yohan Duran, as well, just to cover my bases there. I definitely just got all of you to tune out with that joke. So apologies, and thank you for tuning in, everybody. All right, let's see what else we can come up with here. I'm expecting, if Heritage of years past is any indication, it's probably just going to be a bunch of base from here on out, as it tends to be. Framber Valdez just absolutely shut down the Oakland Athletics the other day. One of those starts that was really just a clinic. Adolis Garcia, another member of my dynasty team, actually. Speaking of the Rays, they actually just got surpassed by the Rangers in total run differential, which they had to do a lot of climbing to get there because the Rays had been off to such a great start, led in part by that guy right there, Randy Arozarena. And there's the Adley Rutschman rookie, so that's what that looks like in this year's set. Go ahead and soft sleeve Adley. And you can see it's not a variation, number 7 in the set. Kyle Bradish, another guy that I've got on my team here. The Ronald Acuna All-Star, that's just a base card as well. Again, we'll go through and we'll see what we can come up with for SPs. All right, so they're actually, I don't know if you can see this very well on camera. Yeah, you can kind of see it. They're a little darker on the back, so they're actually giving you a little extra hint as to where the SPs are. Probably for breakers, actually, that would make sense, just to be able to very, very quickly spot them. So, again, 401 or higher are SPs, and you can see it's at a little bit of a darker shade of gray. I'm going to assume that that is consistent across all of the products, but you never know for sure. Sometimes, see, that one almost looks a little darker, but it's not an SP. Sometimes, you get a shade later, a shade darker, depending on the case or the hobby box or, what part of the release it's in. I don't know. It can be a little inconsistent sometimes. That kind of thing does happen. Just talking about slight little print differences and things like that. Boy, I'd love to get a variation just so we can show you where that is on the box, just to help inform here. All right, so let's see if this corner one right here is going to be an SP, because that'd be a nice indicator if it's the high. Yeah, okay, so it is. Red Sox great Joe Kelly. Actually, he was on a really nice stretch for the White Sox lately. So that's a good way to see really quickly if you have an SP, is just to look for that darker shade of gray on the back, and that's going to help be an indicator for you as well. 400 not an SP, it's 401 or higher, and I did not see anything else with those cards. So we're down to our last few packs here. It's been a pretty good rip so far. I hope you'll like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. I appreciate all of you that have joined me along the way. It's been a lot of fun interacting with a few subscribers here on the channel, and to give away some cards and to just hopefully help inform a little bit and show you what you can expect if you're opening one of these boxes. Because I don't know, a lot of times if you watch a case break or something like that, they're flying through the cards so quickly and tend to, really stop and show you a whole heck of a lot, about the product, especially a product like this. So hopefully you learned a little bit in the video today. And if you did, go ahead, like and subscribe, and drop the password if you want to win an Ultra Pass for this video. I thought I saw a card flipped upside down. There is one flipped upside down, so you can see it right there. So that might be a variation. I don't think either of these were flipped upside down. No, they were not. So we might have a variation here, which would be really nice just to be able to show you what those look like. And we'll cross our fingers that we get something really cool. All right, so otherwise, going through these pretty quickly. Again, Los Angeles, just mysteriously not listed as a city. There's the base for Jordan Diaz. Again, these all-star cards seem to be part of the base set. Heritage often includes, little league leaders, award winners, stuff like that. Nolan Jones just got called up. I think he's photoshopped into that uniform, actually. Yep, he definitely is, because that's the Cleveland dugout behind him. So they made him look like a Rocky in that. He was, of course, traded over the offseason. O'Neal Cruz, I need to get him back on my dynasty team, and just selfishly, it'd be great to see him back on a baseball diamond again. It's such a fun player to watch. All right, Miguel Cabrera, and let's see what this is. I'm just going to turn it around. Let's see what this variation is. It's going to be a Drew Waters, and what is this one? This is an image variation. Okay, so maybe not the rookie that we would have hoped for here, but you can get a sense exactly of what you're looking for. It's very, very tiny. So at least in the hobby box, these are flipped upside down. which it's funny, the two hits there, I guess if you consider the chrome refractor a hit, those were not flipped backwards, but the image variation was. So that's a good sign, because these are the cards that are the easiest to miss, are the variations that look just like a base card otherwise. So I'm glad they turned that around. So, you know, pretty good hobby box here. I mean, 3 rookies here, red ink, chrome refractor, and an image variation. So, you know, really cannot complain about that. Obviously, I would like if we had, you know, a rookie auto of Corbin Carroll or rookie variation of Corbin Carroll, something like that. But you're not going to get any complaints out of me. It's been a pretty good hobby box here. And I appreciate all of you tuning in. Aaron Judge special. So they must be highlighting all of Aaron Judge's flagship cards as part of this checklist. Usually you get a little World Series cards and stuff like that as well. Rougned Odor. There's a Bryce Harper. Any other stars or rookies? Flashbacks. Gerald Ford, sworn in as the 38th U.S. president. Wow. Again, a great one. A great player to go after. Player break. Go after Jerry Ford. Track him down. Bid top dollar. Don't skimp. Top dollar for Gerald Ford. Let's just go ahead and see if we get any other SPs in here really, really quick. Again, I super appreciate all of you tuning in. This is so much fun to be able to rip this stuff on camera and to be able to help inform and give you a sense of what to expect. Let me put Jerry Ford, the star of this break, in that inserts pile here. Overall, you know, I think the quality control's been pretty good on this, other than, of course, the little print line situation there, which I'll have to go back and see exactly what that's about. Keep in mind, I guess, that the World Series... the World Series high number SPs are short prints as well. Let's see if we get anything else here. These are all looking like base cards. Okay. All right, so there's that stack. I think I've got one more here. I don't think I checked these ones out. I think we'll probably do like one more SP if I had to estimate. Let's see. Yes, there's one right there. Again, one for every 3 packs. This one is Matthew Boyd. Not always the biggest names in the world. Okay, so that was a pretty good hobby box. Look, you can get a lot less out of these. So I am happy with those results. We got a bunch of stars here. We've got some inserts and some rookies. Probably got a little disorganized with the piles there. I'll worry about that on my time. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 SPs out of here, which I think that's about right. You get, what, 24 packs in every hobby box, so divided by 3 is, what? Why am I making myself do math on camera? That's embarrassing. It is 8. So you can expect basically 8 short prints of the high number short prints out of each hobby box. We got this rookie image variation here, Drew Waters. Again, you can see down there how they mark the image variations. Shea Langoliers, this is number 2/574. Talk about an Oakland box. We also have the Jordan Diaz red ink auto. Such a cool one. Out of 74. So pretty psyched about that. And of course, the Rafi Devers box topper, which will go up with my other box toppers just above the camera here. So I appreciate all of you tuning in. Hopefully we'll have another video later next week. I've got a few ideas I'm kicking around. Might do another rip as well. So we'll have to see what we have time for. But I appreciate all of you watching. Enter that Ultra Pass. Best of luck on that. And we'll catch you again soon.